Onward.
Hey, Theo. So to start this off, I'm not sure if this is a great question for you personally, and I don't mean that in a bad way.
Look, I don't take that in a bad way at all, man. I'm just happy that you called. Thank you.
I'm just not sure if you have a lot of experience with this, so it might be more of a topic or question for your listeners. So I'm 18. I've been dating this girl for the past 6 years.
Okay, so you started dating when you were 12. Onward.
We've been together since 7th grade. You know, recently she went off to college, and things have been kind of weird since then. And I think she's getting to the point now where she wants to break up. And, you know, I just kind of wanted your advice on that. I mean, she's helped me through addiction. She's helped me through my parents' divorce, depression, you name it. She's been there. And, you know, like I said, I think she wants to break up now. And I was really hoping that, you know, Thanksgiving break is coming up, and I was hoping that she would want to spend that time together and try to work things out more. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. So, you know, man, I just love her, and I'm really scared of what's going to happen, I guess. So my questions are, how do people deal with a long-distance relationship? And then also, if it does come down to breaking up, how do people deal with such a big breakup? Because, you know, for me, it's almost a third of my life that we've been together. She's just always been there. She means absolutely everything to me. See, I don't know, man. I'm sorry if this is a little confusing. It's kind of hard to keep a thought. But yeah, any advice that you can give, that'd be awesome. Same with your listeners.
Excuse me there. Thank you for the call, man. No, I think this was, this is exactly what I wanted to, I'm glad you called. Yeah, because I don't want you having to just think about this stuff by yourself and get too swarmed up. Man, I can relate to this. I had an experience when I was in, right when I got out of, when I got into, right around that high school, college time. I was dating a girl, and it was long distance, and she was ready to really kind of explore the world in a lot of ways and meet new people. And, sometimes as young men, we put a lot of that on, like, for me anyway, I just, all I could think about was her hooking up with other guys. But really the truth was she just needed to kind of be free, and I was heartbroken, man. I was just heartbroken. I mean, I remember I laid in the street in my neighborhood. Man, it wasn't even my neighborhood. I just laid in the street somewhere, and I was smoking menthol cigarettes, because they had a lot of brothers around me blowing out all the time, and I was, doing menthols, and I wanted to just, and they were at the time, a lot of black men were struggling in America, so I just wanted to just emulate any struggle, I just wanted to just, every hit I took off of that menthol cigarette, that was my Amistad, I just wanted to I wanted to burn my insides up, because she wanted to move on and I wanted to kind of stay. I wanted to stay where everything was. And the truth was, I was really in love with her at the time, but also I was just afraid of change. I was so scared of change. But it sounds like, man, this is somebody you've really cared about. And you said that she was there for some really important times in your life. And sometimes, someone's in our life for a certain amount of time just for really important things. And it's kind of great that you've had her for these moments. She sounds like a neat person. I don't even know her, but I can just feel it. In the bass and the baritones in the back, in the back strap of your vocals, I can hear it. In them rear instruments, I can hear that she's probably a decent person. And here's the thing, man. You're going to have other chances with her. It's going to be hard, though. It's going to be hard. You have to stay busy. Your mind is going to be your worst enemy if you really start to miss her. When you're not less than because she's just at a moment in her life where that's going to happen. That there's a setting free of the, there's this freedom that comes when someone goes off to college, and that mindset, and you have to find yourself now. You have to find out who you are, you know, somewhat separate from her. And it's going to take effort, man. I hate to tell you that because I know it's probably going to be hard sometimes to, you know, stay motivated or stay moving if you get those thoughts in your head that she doesn't care, or she's not thinking about you, or she's dating or doing other things. But you can do it. You know, you can make better choices than just laying in the street and smoking cigarettes. You know, if I could go back in time, I'd have spent more time with my friends. I would use that time to try and be brave and even just go on dates. But there's a great chance, it's hard to see this when you're young, and I'm not preaching at you, but it's hard to see how many more opportunities you may have to date or to be in love or to have an experience with someone that you met when you were younger. Yeah, but it sounds like, man, you guys have something really special. 6 years, you only been alive for 18, and for 6 years you guys have had each other in your lives. That's a long time. You know, and maybe something that can help is to like kind of pray for her. And I'm not saying that, you know, like in a Christian way, but just, you know, to think about her and wish the best for her. You know, my father used to pray for his enemies all the time. And eventually, even though they never knew it, he cared about them, because there's something inside of us where if we kind of wish for something or hope for something enough or pray for something enough to do well, then we start to we kind of support it instead of dislike it, you know. So just praying for her to be happy. And, you know, and eventually her being happy could bring her back your way. Well, you have another opportunity. And look, man, I'll tell you this. I was in love with a girl, and she came back around years later. And, dude, I'm glad we didn't end up together. She's a great girl, but years later, she wasn't the same. You know, the girl you love right now, 10 years from now, she could be doing gambling. You know, she could be stealing. She could be real chatty. You don't want to be a lifelong listener, brother. You end up with a real chatty Kathy, and they have a couple, you know, some cinnamon certs, or they have some Skittles or something. It's hard to listen to all of it. So you don't want, you know, you don't know who she is really yet. And this is a chance for you. This is going to be a really good chance for you. So I would think and try and wish the best for her, even when there's moments you don't want to. You know, man, I want her to do well. I want her to be happy. I want her to have new experiences and learn and have some joy in her life. You know, and I think that can help you. You do that for a couple of weeks, man, it could help you get through some of that, because then you're going to be more supporting. Part of you is going to want to support her instead of not want to. Because we have this thing inside of us, if we cheer for something, even if we hate it, eventually we'll start to kind of actually want it to do well. And then that's such a much better place to be for us, because now instead of the feelings of hating something or disliking an experience, now we're cheering it on.
In the darkness of the night, a flicker starts to glow. A beacon in the shadows, a light that starts to flow. Illuminating pathways where once there was despair. In the depths of obscurity, hope begins to flare. Like a flame in the wind, I ignite from within, casting rays of brilliance, banishing the din. With each step I take, I brighten up the way. In the realm of shadows, I become the day. I'm the light in the darkness, the spark in the night, guiding lost souls towards the morning light. Through the tunnels of uncertainty, I'll be the guide. For I am the bearer of hope, in me dreams reside. In the labyrinth of life, where shadows dance and play, I'm the ray of sunshine, turning night into day. With every glimmer I cast, I unveil the unseen. In the tapestry of existence, I'm the golden sheen. From the darkest corners to the highest peak, I'm the radiant glow that even shadows seek. With every flicker, every beam I emit, I dispel the darkness, I never submit. I'm the light in the darkness, the spark in the night, guiding lost souls towards the morning light. Through the tunnels of uncertainty, I'll be the guide. For I am the bearer of hope, in me dreams reside. In the symphony of life, I'm the crescendos rise. In the canvas of the universe, I paint the skies. So let the darkness tremble, let the shadows flee. For in the heart of radiance, I'll always be. I'm the light in the darkness, the spark in the night, guiding lost souls towards the morning light.
But also, those are just my thoughts, man, and what do I know? You know, I'm just a struggling man in his 30s that's, you know, only got 5 days off of his own ball bag. So, who knows?